Hey guys, Mrs. Traver here. I wanted to walk through a couple problems on this worksheet that you're given today. I realized that I hadn't shown you how to do one of them from the notes yesterday. So let's look at it for a moment because this is your practice for the day. The front of it is all and, so all of these should be inclusive. The back though is the ones that I think that there's some of them that we haven't looked at. Numbers 13 through 16, these are multi-step and some or. So there's a few of each here that are multi-step, two and two or. So I want to do a couple of those with you. We're going to look at 13 and 15 together. So I want to look at those first with you because they look a little different. Here's number 13. So what's different about this is that there's multi-steps going on. And normally we would undo some things to get n by itself on the inside, but there's n's on all three sides. So I need to actually split up this and statement and look at this part of it that's on the left. And I need to separate that from the part of it that's on the right. I'm going to move pretty quick in this video, but feel free to pause it as you go so you can keep up with me. On this one on the left, we're going to solve it like we normally would. We want to get all the variables to the same side. So let's do that by subtracting 6n from both sides. On the left, I'm left with 2n plus 3. And a normal two-step equation from here. So subtract 3 from both sides. And divide by 2. So that's all going on with our left portion. On our right portion, we have different steps we need to follow because there's different stuff going on. So if we separate it out, let's get all of our variables to the same side by minusing 6n from both sides. On my right, I now have 5 plus 2n. And then normal two-step equation from here, take away the number without the variable first, and then divide to solve. So 1 is less than n. So now I can kind of shove it together. I've got n is less than 2 and 1 is less than n. So now I can graph both of these together. Give myself a point at 1 and 2. They're both going to be open dots. My n is less than 2 means I'd shade to the left. And my 1 is less than n means I would have shaded to the right. So my overlap is right in between the two of them. So there's number 13 for you. Let's also look at number 15. Let me rewrite it for us. All right, there we go. So there's number 15. This one's an or statement, but it's very similar in that we're going to solve on each side separately. So let's get all our variables to the same side. I'm going to carry the one that weighs less and then drop down everything else. And two-step equation from here. I'm going to add 9 to both sides. 2 is less than 2x, so 1 is less than x. On the other inequality, let's add 2x to both sides. So I've got 9 plus 4x less than or equal to negative 7. And normal two-step equation, so subtract 9 from both sides, or x is less than or equal to negative 16. Divide both sides by 4. We've got x is less than or equal to negative 4. So I've got two pieces here now. I've got 1 is less than x, or x is less than or equal to negative 4. And now I can graph. Make sure you put your numbers on the number line in the orientation they should be in. This one gives me 1 is less than x, so that's an open dot, and that's shaded to the right. And x is less than or equal to negative 4 is a closed dot, shaded to the left. So I'll leave you to do the multi-step equations that are on 14 and 16. There's an and or as well. But I hope the rest of this worksheet looks good for you. Make sure you turn it into the basket before you leave today. I will see you on Thursday.